This is one of the greatest shortcuts on Earth. 50 miles that saved ships an 8,000-mile journey. For centuries, ships had no choice, sailing all the way around South America to get from one ocean to the other. But right here, a slim strip of land separated the Atlantic from the Pacific by less than 50 miles. The dream was simple. The execution would not be. In 1881, the French, fresh off their triumph at the Suez Canal, arrived to conquer Panama next. They believed if they could dig through sand in Egypt, they could dig through anything. But Panama was nothing like Egypt. Here, the jungle fought back.
Torrential rains turned excavation sites into rivers of mud overnight.
And then came an enemy far more dangerous than mud, one nobody could see.
Yellow fever and malaria swept through the camps, and no one yet understood why.
Over 20,000 workers lost their lives to disease during the French effort. In 1889, bankrupt and defeated, the French abandoned the canal entirely. 15 years later, a new vision emerged. America would finish what the French started. In 1904, American engineers arrived to take on the very jungle that had already claimed so many. The old French equipment sat rusting, a warning of how badly this could still go wrong. But this time, they had something the French never did, a plan built on hard lessons.
And they finally understood the real enemy.
Not the jungle, not the rock. A single mosquito. Dr. William Gorgas led a radical campaign, drain every pool of standing water in the canal zone. Screens on windows. Fumigation in every building. It seemed impossible, even excessive.
Many officials mocked the effort. Gorgas pressed on anyway.
Within 2 years, yellow fever vanished from the canal zone entirely. For the first time, the workforce was strong enough to actually finish the job. Now came the hardest part, actually cutting through a mountain. The original French plan called for a sea-level canal, cutting straight through, like Suez. But Panama's mountains were too high, too unstable. A flat cut would take decades and collapse constantly. So engineers proposed something bolder, a system of locks to lift ships over the mountains instead of cutting through them. It meant building a massive man-made lake, and the largest dam on Earth at the time. The plan was approved. Now it had to be built. But first, they had to go straight through the hardest rock on the isthmus. The Culebra Cut, carving a path straight through the Continental Divide.
Move it! Get those charges in deep!
61 million pounds of dynamite were used to blast through solid rock. Every explosion moved the project forward, and every explosion carried real risk. Landslides erased months of progress in a single night. Again and again, they cleared it and started over.
After years of setbacks, the cut was finally complete.
Next came an engineering marvel, the Gatun locks. Each gate weighed over 700 tons, yet could be moved by a single small motor. Millions of cubic yards of concrete were poured to build 3 sets of twin locks.
Keep it steady! Pour it in right here!
The concept was elegant. Raise a ship using nothing but gravity and water. No pumps forcing it up, just water flowing naturally from the lake above. It was, and still is, considered one of the greatest engineering achievements in history. None of this was built by machines alone. It took the hands of over 50,000 workers.
Most came from the Caribbean, drawn by wages, and drawn into brutal, dangerous conditions.
By the project's end, more than 5,000 workers had died, mostly from disease and accidents. Their names are still remembered the canal today. Every gate, every gallon of concrete carried a cost that numbers alone can't capture. But what they built would go on to change the world. On August 15, 1914, the Panama Canal officially opened. The SS Ancon became the first ship to make the full crossing. A journey that once took months around an entire continent now took hours. 10 years of failure, sacrifice, and innovation, compressed into a single triumphant crossing. It instantly reshaped global trade, connecting oceans and economies like never before.
What was once called impossible now moved ships every single day.
For over a century, the canal has carried the weight of world trade on its shoulders. Even today, roughly 6% of all global trade passes through these same locks. The engineers are remembered. So are the workers who built it with their hands, and sometimes their lives. It remains one of the greatest reminders of what human persistence can accomplish. Against disease, against mountains, against the odds. Some things really can be built if enough people refuse to stop.